Beats the Show. And today, early this morning with the coffee, we're going to talk about Westside High School, Augusta, Georgia. So stay tuned for the show, man. You know how we do, man. You know how we get down. Let's get it.
Yeah, told her, us told. These rap niggas scared of somebody like me, ho. Flame waves attached to their necks. They gotta scream like yo's gasping for attraction, but they backwards. Schizo, one up in the air for those trying to keep afloat. I be that nigga over there, but nobody gon' leave me alone. Lay way back in the whip with my team of smoke expanded in the wagon, dumping ashes out the window. The radio ain't bumping your mess, said the iPhone. You looking for the one, well I'm the dose 3, dunking on your team easy. I'm a FHB. You looking for the one, well I'm the dose 3, dunking on your team easy is 1, 2, 3. Every hour spraying mower, that body spray aroma. Raid a few ciphers, kill these house slave roaches. Find me where you wanna, bet you I'll be where you wanna be. By a telescope, still your eyes ain't open. I know where your home is online, niggas gon' speak. Spider on your soul, to eye let it show its teeth. So lit toes and stand up and slim your temper. If a nigga hit you in your gut, you'll be your beats. You looking for the one, but I'm the dose 3. A real chip, a play rough with the coach's needs. Got my own team, fuck the industry. How we killing them? Maybe we had guns, so they OD. You looking for the one, but I'm the dose 3. Dunking on your team easy. I'm a FHB. You looking for the one, but I'm the dose 3. Dunking on your team easy is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, y'all. What's going on, man? It's Anakin 9.5 Beats the Show, man. And today I'm doing storytelling. All right, early this morning. Hope y'all having a good morning. I know y'all ready for the weekend. I just want to get in before the weekend, man. Already. And you can call me. As far as I'm concerned, you can call me Lou, man. Call me Lou. Make sure you go to my Instagram, Lou Will underscore, or you go Lou underscore Will 2023. It's one of those. I don't give a damn. Just figure it out, you know? But, before I get started, all right, I'm going to keep it G. It's one person that I want to shout out today, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to this person for a minute. It's actually two, but I'm going to drop something else later on this evening when it comes to the Wonder Years. So I made a playlist called The Wonder Years, all right? And I basically want to do a little bit of storytelling. I want to talk about the high school I went to back in Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County. Look it up. It's called Westside High School. And then I'm gonna come back with another part two. It's gonna talk about Evans High School. And then I'll come out with a part three to middle school. And I'm actually just trying to help these young kids and you know what I'm saying, grown people my age, over 40, middle 30s, 35, maybe 50s and 60s. because you really don't see that on the YouTube channel that much. You don't hear people, as far as I'm concerned, you don't really hear people talking about, their school days and what's going on. So, I'm just trying to go back in time a little bit so you can kind of rationalize the difference between the kids these days when they went to high school, or if they're going to high school or middle school or college. They can go back and say, damn, was it really like that? So, yes, me, Lou, Anakin 9.5 Beats is going to talk about when I was in high school. I think that's dope. And I think it'll give you a generalization of how the world has changed and how time has changed. Let's give it up for that right there. Yes, sir. But my shout out, though, I have to make a shout out. I got a shout out for one of the homies. I know you're going to see this. I know I got you on my YouTube. I did it a while ago. Man, this guy is a phenomenal guy. You know what I mean? He's married. He has stepkids. You feel what I'm saying? Um, Works for American Airlines, and just a genuine guy, a man that I never really came across like that. When I say like that, it's not really outspoken, very genuine. I would say that he would do anything for anybody, and I've never seen him let anybody down. Now, if he has let somebody down, I mean that's on him. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to really shout him out, man. Really good dude. I miss talking to you, buddy. I don't know if we'll ever talk again. I don't know if we ever see each other again. It's family matters, man. Family, not even family ties. It's just family matters. You feel me? It's a person in his life that I can't, I don't really want to deal with. And, once I'm done with a person, you know what I mean? Depending on what the situation is, I am completely done. You feel? So, straight like that. But yes, sir. In my heart, man, you'll always be here. You never know. We might see each other one day and we'll speak. I don't know if that person will allow you to hang out, but I don't think we're gonna do that either. But I just want to know that I know you're gonna watch these, what I'm saying, YouTube channel videos, and you're gonna go to my playlist. And when you get a chance and you out and about, I know you're gonna check it out. And I just want to say, brother, you know what I'm saying, much love, much respect. I respect you as a man. You really helped me out, and what I'm saying, my marriage, and how to be a better person in life, how to treat people, how to stay away from people. You know what I'm saying? How to decipher who's right, who's wrong. But the difference between me and you is I'm just not gonna put up with no shit. You know what I mean? Not saying you do or not saying you don't. But I miss you, dog. And that's what men don't do enough, man. We don't acknowledge each other enough. You know what I mean? It's more like a shake hand, brother hug. When I see you, like peace, you know what I'm saying? God, peace up, all that. But in the future, man, I just wish you the best. I wish your family the best. I don't mean no harm, nobody. But I know you're gonna see this shit and I'm gonna shout you out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Larry. That's his name. I ain't gonna say his last name, but the name is Larry. I also want to shout out somebody else later on. I'm gonna do another show real soon, and I'm gonna shout him out too. Respect, respect. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Westside High School, Augusta, Georgia, 1991 to 1996. You know what I mean? I started to go get my book and bring that out, but I don't feel like doing all that. Anybody got time for that shit? Nah, ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, 1991, man. I left Tut Middle School in Augusta, Georgia. It's Richmond County. And I was excited to go to high school. And the reason why I was so excited to go to high school is because, all my cousins went. I had a couple of cousins that graduated in 1991. Yes, Sirski. So anybody that graduated in 1991, kudos to you. Respect, love. I started in 1992 as a freshman. You know what I mean? So I remember my mama saying, all right, we got open house. Not to mention, I don't know about now, but back when I was coming up in the 90s in eighth grade, you would have the high schoolers come to your middle school, and you would have the teachers come there too. And they would tell you about high school and what to expect, curriculums, and you had different periods. And I think in eighth and seventh grade, really in seventh grade, we went from class to class. We had lockers. I don't know if they have lockers now, but we had lockers. In eighth grade, you can go from this teacher class to this teacher class, but everything was on the same hall. I think we had like two halls upstairs. I mean, two. I think I had like one or two classes. I went upstairs, and then we had like a pod outside that you would go to. But I'll explain that with Tut Middle School. But anyhow, I was like, oh man, we're going to high school. Man, that's dope. And remember what I said. I see my cousins graduate, and they would talk about it, and they would get off the bus. I remember them getting out of school early. I used to be so mad because in middle school we got out at 4 o'clock. I don't know in your city or in your county what time y'all got out, but in middle school we went at 9:15 and we got out at 4 o'clock. But the high schoolers went in at 7:30 and they got out like 2:30, 2 o'clock. And I guess when you was in 11th, 12th grade, which I found out later, you got out of school early if you had a job. Now that was dope. Let's get that up right there. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so my mom was like, all right, during the summertime, you ain't gonna be able to stay up late when we go back to school. You're gonna be in high school. It's gonna be different. You're gonna be around grown people. Don't get in no trouble and don't do this and do that. That's the type of person my mom was. So I'm like, damn, man. But I was excited. I asked my cousins about what to expect, and they were excited for me. So open house, man. I think it's like beginning of August or middle of August, and she pulled up to the school, and we go to the lunchroom or commons area. You know what I mean? We got chairs laid out for us and stuff. And this principal named Skeeter Griffin, Skeeter Beater. I promise you, this man looked like George Bush, man. He looked like George Bush. He kind of moved like him. I mean, he was old then. Everybody knows him in the community what I'm saying, in that district, in that region, as far as the schools that you go to, evidently. But he was the principal of Westside High School. Skeeter Griffin, Eater Beater. I'm not saying that man beat on somebody, and I just used to call him that. And then we had the disciplinary principal. His name was Mr. Williams, but he was the coolest principal I ever met in my life, man. Laid back. Big dude, kind of like Fred Flintstone brother and shit, you know what I mean? But he was a real cool dude. I'll get to that. And then we had the lady in vocational. We had a vocational building now. I don't know if y'all kids, young kids in high school had a vocational building, but we had vocational, you know what I'm saying? That was more like tech. And you could do electives back then. They probably still have them now. And she ran that. She looked like doggone Humpty Dumpty, a woman version of Humpty Dumpty. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was waiting on her to just fall off the doggone fence and crack her, bust an egg or something, bust a bubble. You know what I mean? And it's funny that I still remember most of the teachers' names, man. That shit is crazy. So yeah, ninth grade, we sit down and we listening to Skeeter Griffin. He got the microphone like this and got this little smirk. Welcome to Westside High School. you're in the ninth grade and this is orientation. And I just want to let you know that I'm glad to have you here. And this will be a fun 4 years. And the thing that nobody really paid attention to it was he was like, you know, you have to pass your classes and get credits. And not only do you get credits, if you don't get all your credits, saying you get kept back. You know what I mean? Man, wasn't nobody paying attention to that shit. At least I wasn't. You know what I mean? But it's cool. I was already smart and sharp. So we in the orientation. And everybody that was in middle school with me in eighth grade, we all turned up. We like, yeah, yeah. But in the deep down in my soul, man, I was scared because, like I said, it was different. It was different because when you went to your class, you had your homeroom teacher for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? His name was Mr. Moore. I'm a genius, man. I can remember all my teachers and shit. His name was Mr. Moore. He looked like doggone Curious George, the man with that yellow hat. You know what I'm saying? Basically a nerd, a geek type of dude. You know what I mean? I ain't really like him. And if you ever see this, man, I really didn't like you, dog. That's for real. We just didn't have. When I go in there, I'll be like, I'm in and out. You know what I mean? Get to class late. Don't tell my mama. And then you had first, second, third, fourth, fifth, I think sixth period, maybe seventh period. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to your classes. So we went from class to class to see where I had, you know what I'm saying, algebra, doggone, what I started off with. I started off with physical science, then, literature, English, ninth grade, you know what I mean? And then I would say my ninth grade, I had citizenship, you know what I mean? And then I don't think I had no vocational classes yet. And I want to say I had PE. But yeah, man, so I'm sitting there and then I actually, you probably can go back and look at some of my videos on the Lost tutorial. I seen my first doggone crush, man. My first girl that I knew that I was gonna date. I'm talking about fresh out of high school. I'm not even in high school yet. And I had already seen her, man. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her, you know what I'm saying? Already starting off on the wrong foot, dog. So yeah, that's a little orientation shit. First day of school, get that nervous as hell. You know what I'm saying? I had on some duckhead pants, you know what I'm saying? Duckhead shirt, and I had on my brown bucks. Y'all don't know nothing about that. The brown bucks with the suede. No, not the suede, the leather on the middle came in there finessing. Not to mention, I remember what I had on that day for orientation. I had on the Chicago Bulls red shirt. You know what I'm saying? Some black dinkies. Y'all know what dinkies is. I know y'all don't. For the younger generation, if you don't know what dinkies is, you know what I'm saying? They might have them at Walmart or just Google it. You feel me? That's how you do that. And I had on my Chicago Bulls cap, and I had the J's on, but it wasn't Jordans. You know what I'm saying? It was probably some goddamn felines. Oh Lord. So yeah, man. First day I go in there, I go to Mr. Moore class. I'm scared as hell. I don't even know where to go. He issued us our lockers. He might have gave it to us for our orientation, but he gave us our locker. We had to know the combination to it. Gave us a little slip, and I'm like, damn, it's about to get real. But the school itself, man, it was dope as hell. It was dope, man. All the kids, the seniors and the juniors, man, they were tough, man. As far as the guys are concerned, when it come to Westside High School, it was 60-40. You know what I'm saying? It was 60% white and then maybe 40% black or minorities. Let's say minorities. But it was dope, man. It was one of those schools that everybody got along with everybody. It wasn't racist. You still had the rednecks, you still had the thugs. You had people that you didn't know who they were when it comes to being gay, but it's cool, you know what I mean? And literally, it was people in our school that was 20 years old still going to school, man. I remember being a freshman, and we had a couple of guys that, you know what I'm saying, was in their 20s, still going to school. And I remember one dude, he was like, man, I'm just here to get something to eat, man. I don't even get nothing at the house, man. Yeah, man, little short ass motherfucker. I can't remember his name. He used to dog gonna try to beat up on people. Like you try to go to your class and don't be the last one in the hallway. Cause I'm telling you, man, the little 20, 19-year-old dudes, man, they really try to dog gonna beat you up in the bathroom or try to beat you up in the hall, man. But for some odd reason, I already had a crazy look. Like I ain't really had nobody try to jump on me in high school. Now I did in middle school, but I handled that real well. I took some niggas down. I took some motherfuckers down the steps. Yeah, yeah. I'll get to that I'll get to that when it comes to Tut Middle School. So yeah, you had all kind of people, man. There, you had girls that were bullies, but nobody really bullied people. But we did have some fights though. We had some mad fights there. That was outrageous. Dealing that being that it was a 60-40, it still was kind of thugged out. You know what I mean? You had those country white girls that would get in fights with each other over Billy Bob, you know what I'm saying, and Johnny. It was tough, man. It was real, real, real tough. I was like, damn. But yeah, Mr. Williams, he was the type of dude, man, that he would take care of the people, all the bad kids. Instead of being in class and when a bad kid get in trouble, they didn't care. They didn't care about getting in trouble because they would go to Mr. Williams' office and he would give them mail, he would give them shit to do. And he didn't like, I don't think he really like, you had to do something real crazy, like to get suspended. But he'll put your ass in the house though. He sure would. And for those who don't know what in school suspension, well, in house is in school suspension. All right, you sit in the doggone class. You know what I'm saying? You got like portables, cuticles, whatever you call them shits. You can't even really look at nobody, and you're supposed to do your work the whole time. But you know what we did, man? We went to sleep. And the fucked up thing about it is we didn't do our work, and his name was Coach Barnes, big old big, we look like Barney Rubble. You know what I'm saying? Bam Bam Dad. You know what I mean? He would sit there and doggone go to sleep too. Shit. Yeah, yeah. He would actually go to sleep to the point where he would wake up and get ready to coach football or baseball. I think it was a baseball coach too, Coach Barnes, man. And I don't know, man. We sit in that in house class, man. Shoot, you and then you know what I'm saying. You can have your headphones and shit, your little Walkman. Y'all know what Walkman is, right? Yeah, Walkman. It's a little tape recorder with the headphones, real small ass headphones. And you put, you know what I'm saying. You put the AA batteries in there and bam it out and sit there and fall asleep. That was in school suspension. But between Coach Williams and Miss CD, I did not like Miss CD. No, I did not like her. Miss CD, she was mean as hell. She, you know what I'm saying, was very tall and always wore like suit pants and a big ass blouse and had a, a whole bunch of makeup on her face and would just be mean. Go to class. Don't you supposed to be in class? Get your butt in class. And she ran the vocational building. So I'm telling you right now, you go on vocational building, man, and you be on that bullshit, she gonna grab you and take you to the office and write you up on site ASAP. Nah. But yeah, that was Miss CD. And then speaking of the vocational building, we had a man named Lawrence Bennett, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That dude right there, I can't even imagine. Very outspoken. He reminded me of Tyler Perry on the, you know what I'm saying, on the itchy side, on the feminine side. That man used to drive a Lincoln boy, one of them long boy, big bone Lincolns, power windows, everything. It was blue, had the little gray strips at the bottom, man. Used to be always clean. Clean as a whistle, man. I'm talking about dressed to impress. I had all this gold on and was very outspoken and you know what I'm saying, would talk to you like you didn't have a two piece of fried chicken and a biscuit, man. That dude was very intellectual, you know what I mean? But he did try to help people. I know he helped a lot of people get a job when they were in high school and they wanted to get a job while they were in high school. Shout out to Mr. Bennett. He did do that. But that leads me to Mr. Barnwell. I don't know if y'all remember Mr. Barnwell from Westside. Mr. Barnwell, he was on the, you know what I'm saying, the Tutti Frutti side. And he was clean too. He had the little doggone Johnny Gill, Rav Transit back in the day. If y'all knew who New Edition is, yeah, he had that kind of haircut with the wave, finger wave, S curl, you know what I mean? But really, it was more like a finger wave. He was tough. You know, you go in there and be like, don't you mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that. Like he in one of them in living color doggone moments, you know what I'm saying? Like Wonder, but he didn't look like Wonder. Yeah, Mr. Bunwell. And then the, the gym man was the place to be. If you had PE, I'm gonna tell you what we used to do for PE. You know what I mean? We had first, second, third lunch. All right. So in between your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, you would have a chance to go to the commons area. But I know people that went to lunch all three times. You know what I mean? They would, you'll tell your teacher, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom," and they'll know if you do it too many times, she gonna know where he or she'll be like, "Nah, you can't go," or whatever. And then you just walk out. You feel me? You just be like, "All right, peace out. I'm out." Yes, Sirski. You would literally just leave out the room and go to the commons area. Supposed to go to the bathroom, but you end up eating lunch, and lunch was banging, man. We had some sisters back there. They didn't play. You had three lines. You know what I mean? You had the fast lane or the fast line, and then you had the people that could pay regular for regular lunch, and then you had the people, you know what I'm saying, that got free lunch. I know it, but the free lunch and the paid lunch was the same thing. But the fast lane, them girls, them women, them black women back there cooking, man. We had wings every day. You know what I'm saying? We had doggone damn near homemade pizzas, but it wasn't homemade. You can get a burger, you get a cheeseburger, but the wings was the thing. And I can remember this dude, I forgot his name. He on my Facebook page. I remember this dude got in trouble one time, and I guess he was real hungry. He had got some wings, and we was all in the lunchroom. And Buddy came over there and grabbed one of those wings. Man, them Douglas boy, they went, I'm talking about AWOL, man. How the hell you get suspended for some damn wings, man? It ain't that serious, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't want nobody touching my food either. Fuck that. So I can't remember who got their ass whooped, but it was a good fight over a motherfucker going up to his plate. You know what I'm saying? This little plate with the fries, seasoned fries, everything. Motherfucker went in and just snatched that motherfucker. They started scrapping. And speaking of fights, I seen some really, really, really big bad fights over the years. Um, I mean, one was just uncalled for. We had this dude, he was about 6'7", but he was feminine, you know what I'm saying? His name was Quante. Imagine that. How you know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but how you name your son Quante? You gotta think about that. Your mama named you Quante, you know. I mean, I know some dude name, they name is Quan, but Quante, the Tay man, that just tell the whole story, don't it? But yeah, he was 6'7", you know what I'm saying? Tall as hell, dressed like he was in the Get Along gang. When I told you about what Mr. Bennett and doggone Mr. Bunwell, he was right up there with them. I couldn't tell you, man. I don't know, man. It could have been some fishy shit going on. But yeah, he was feminine, but he grew up with all sisters. If correct me if I'm wrong, he grew up with all sisters. So he was the only dude, maybe a little brother. I'm not sure, 7, 8 of them. But it was a cool dude. But it was laid back, a little feminine, and all the way to the max. And he would be on the bus when I used to ride the bus. Man, I remember this dude named I think his name is Purcell or something. I can't remember his name. Percy or some shit, man. He was from Laney High School. And Laney High School was one of the toughest schools back in Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to Josie High School too. My daddy actually went there. It's called Lucy C. Laney High School in Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County. And my dad went there, man. And we you got transferred to different schools, but the It's always the ones that get kicked out of another school and then go to a better school in their terminology, in their mind, and then they still fuck up. But yeah, Quante really liked the dude, man. And I remember us riding on the bus to get to school. And Quante was snapping, just talking, and the girls was boosting his head. And he was like, "Yeah, you fine, you fine." And see, back then, if you was a male or a female and you was moving a certain way, like I'm saying, if you was a male and you had the feminine side, we didn't talk about people being gay. I mean, you might talk about it underneath your breath, but I'm not saying it was accepted, but you didn't talk about it. You didn't go home and say, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gay." You don't do that. That's not how it works. Nah, you don't do that. That's a bad thing. But now anybody can say that shit. And don't clip that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not. So y'all don't be fucking with me like that. I come and find you. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, Quante kept talking about him, saying he fine. All the girls like, yeah, that dude, this, that girl's like, yeah, yeah, go talk to him, Quante, go talk to him. And he did. So we on the bus, and the dude was like, Purcell, I can't name his name, Purcell. He was like, yo, listen, man, I'm tired of you goddamn calling my name and fuck with me like this. I'm gonna fuck you up when we get off the bus, right? And we was all like, nah, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. Man. Sure enough, I don't know. Quante had got mad at him because he was being real serious. So shit, they got off the bus, man, and he fucking beat his ass, man. That was one of the memorable fights I ever seen. Them country white girls could fight too. I ain't gonna lie. Black girls ain't really fight. We had one good one. I don't know if it was Tanya Isaac and this other girl, or I can't remember that, but it was two. One of them was a little heavy set, and the other one was real fine. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments. But we was in the gym, and it was a pet rally. And I don't know if y'all know what pet rally is or what y'all call it now, but pet rally is when you get ready for pregame football, really. And then we didn't really do basketball, but I will get to that soon. But football, we have pet rallies, and all the guys that was on the football team, they would wear their jerseys and walk around. The girls would wear um cheerleaders would wear they shit, man. And then our band was trash. It was straight trash. I mean, they tried it. They were better than the average band as far as the people that we had in the band. So you gotta give Westside a little credit for that from 1992 to 1996. Man, I don't know what happened after that. I mean, I don't know if they turned up or turned down. But yeah, so the pet rally, two girls, man, I don't know what happened, but all I know is when they scuffled, shirts came off and you seen titties going everywhere, man. That shit was dope as hell. But for the most part, I would tell you the teachers there, man, they basically, what I'm saying, they act like they gave a fuck, but I don't think they did. We had one world history teacher, man. I could not stand his ass, man. I could not. I can't remember his name. It's gonna come to me, Mr. Holcomb, Coach Holcomb. Yeah, man. He was a ginger head motherfucker, man. Straight out the box. He was a teacher at Glen Hills High School, and he transferred over to Westside High School. And I never really thought about it, man. Most of them teachers, man, and I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, you know what I'm saying? But this my show. This my goddamn shit. So I realized when I look back, most of them teachers, man, were alcoholics, man. They used to go to the club and they probably did drugs, but I know the majority of them were alcoholics, and I don't even know why. I mean, we wasn't that tough. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Coach Hogan. Yeah, that motherfucker, man. I couldn't stand. I couldn't pass his class because I just knew something. Once I know something up with you, man, you ain't shit, man. I'm not interested. I was not interested. He would sit there and look at you crazy, and I didn't realize the motherfucker was goddamn on that Jim Beam. God dang, straight out the box. Yeah, I ain't snitching. It's over with. Shit, we old as hell now. We can laugh about this shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm just saying. I'm giving y'all a game. Anybody that went to West Side and see this shit, I'm just telling you what's up, man. Yeah, Mr. Holcomb, man, Coach Holcomb. He would sit there and have his shit. You know how back then the teachers had their little old school desk, and they had a little drawer up under there. Yeah, him and Miss Robbins. I know y'all know Miss Robbins. She used to stutter all the time. She taught algebra. She taught pre-algebra, and I don't think she taught. I don't think she taught calculus. She couldn't even talk. The motherfucker would be studying every time. Come on, baby. That's how she would be. Yeah, yeah, Miss Robbins, man, short little petite wannabe, got done Halle Berry with freckles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't stand her ass either, man. Didn't pass her class either. And let me tell y'all why I didn't pass my classes. You know what I'm saying? In ninth grade, because I had too much shit going on. I had too much freedom. I'm the only child at school, and at home. So that was my playground. Going to school was my playground. Not to mention, you know what I'm saying, I did go to a school called C.T. Walker. I might talk about C.T. Walker too. But yeah, I just wasn't interested, you know. And if I'm not interested, then I'm not gonna learn anything. I'll learn it some other type of way. You know what I mean? I learned it from a regular student. I learned more from other people in classes than I did with the teachers because I don't feel like the teachers taught us what we needed to know. Or we had too much freedom to do what we wanted to do. We didn't have to go to class back then. Not at Westside High School. Ain't nobody had to go to class, man. Straight like that. I'm in ninth grade and I'm hanging out with 11, 12 graders and we going to the lake. And they got cooler full of beers, you know what I'm saying? Mad Dog 2020, you know what I mean? Uh White Lightning. Yeah. I can tell you that back in the day, Boone's Farm. Y'all don't probably know what that is. Boone Farm, Cold Duck, Night Train. Yeah, but we was turned up. I'm talking about ninth grade, 10th grade, man. Them 11th and 12th graders, they raised us up at Westside High School. Yeah, and we had another. Who's another? Oh, let me tell y'all, boy, Miss Croft, man. This she taught biology and she taught chemistry. This woman right here was always on some shit. I didn't even know it. Very quiet. Our pupils always dilated, and she would just move real slow, and she would take her hair, boom, 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 and, you know, we didn't. I don't know, man. I'm just talking about how I felt about the situation. She wasn't teaching us shit, man. You know what I mean? And they come to find out, she was running a meth lab at her house. I think her and her sister, her kids ran a meth lab. That's great. Imagine that. You're a chemistry teacher teaching biology and you running a meth lab. That's wow. Yeah, I'm giving up all the game. Miss Croft. Who else I'm talking about? Oh yeah, Miss Ginn. She taught algebra. Yeah, Miss Ginn, yeah, another redhead, you know what I mean? She was pretty dope. She I think her dad worked for Bank of America or something like that, Nations Bank. He ran the whole show or whatever. She was young back then and she was cool. I know a lot of baseball players and goddamn basketball players hit that ass. Yeah, it don't matter now. Ain't nobody gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna get in trouble for that shit. Allegedly, that's what happened. I'm not saying it happened. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Okay, let's clap for that. Yeah, you got Miss Ruth, you got Miss Ginn, and then I think her name was Miss Alexander or something. I ain't like her. Uh, I already talked about Mr. Bonewell, Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay, she taught literature. Older white woman, you know what I mean? Very like poetic, you know what I'm saying, which makes sense. She really liked me. And I was the type of dude, when I went to school, man, I always switched it up. I wasn't the type of dude that wore Air Jordans. You know what I mean? I had a plethora of shoes. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't have no top quality. I had Air Rays. I think I had some doggone Patrick Ewing, some Charles Barkley, but my mama would never get me Air Jordans. That ain't happen. And then in that era, man, we all had starter jackets. I had a Wolverine doggone Michigan starter jacket, and it was different than everybody else because I used to get my shit from Atlanta. It was all blue, and then on the back I had doggone. It was a Wolverine on the back. It wasn't even Michigan on the back. It had a Wolverine on the back. It was different than everybody else shit. My shit was dope as hell. I ain't even gonna no cap. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. Yeah, we all had starter jackets, and then all the poor people, or the people that I wouldn't say they poor, but you could tell. The hood motherfuckers always had new shit because they mom and dad or whatever, their mom or whoever they stayed with, they got checks and they got this, they got that. So they probably didn't have a place to stay, but they always wore some nice shit. They wore better shit than the average shit. You know what I mean? That's the truth. I ain't even tripping off of that. And then we had let's see, who's another teacher that we gonna move right along that I don't know. I said Mr. Moore. I think that was about it as far as people that I really want to speak on. All the other teachers was about the same. But let's see how let's talk about how the game changed at Westside. All right. So my ninth grade year, yeah, I went through all that shit, and I think you're supposed to get like 6, 7 credits. I only got like 4.5, 5. So I had to go to summer school. I went to summer school every summer. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's how bad I was doing in school. But in the meantime, and I was dating too. And all you gotta do is go back to my playlist and look at the first live. I explain all of that or the second one. But the good things that happened at Westside High School that were really interesting. I'm gonna talk about some key players, man, some major players, major people in there that really crossed my mind from time to time. We had William Avery, man. William Avery, he played for Duke. You know what I'm saying? He went to Oak Hill Academy. Very, very, very sharp shooter. He shot 3 pointers, man. He could shoot. Even in middle school, man, he could shoot from half court. Yeah, y'all think Stephen Curry could shoot, man? William Avery could shoot anywhere on the court, and that's the honest God truth. I seen that shit before my eyes at Westside High School. The most lethal 3 pointer shooter ever. And if you want to look at the tape, go to YouTube and look at Duke and type in William Avery. And I went to school with him at Tut Middle School. Yeah, William Avery was a dope guy, man. I ain't gonna lie, a straight shooter. I'm talking about sports. And then we had Ricky Moore. He went to UConn, University of Connecticut, 4 years and won the championship there his senior year. And the interesting thing about it, William and Ricky played together at Westside High School. They did. They was a tough team. We can't forget about Big Mike though. Big Mike was our center, man. He had no skill set in middle school. I played with him in middle school, and Coach Wright at the time, Westside High School, he was our coach, and he developed that team. He built that team from the ground up around Ricky Moore, and then when William came there in 1995 as a freshman, he started popping them threes on. And yes, they won the national title as far as what I'm saying, state. They won the state title. I wouldn't say national. They won the state title. They played against the Josie doggone Eagles, man. It was a great game. When we found out that we was gonna play them for the championship, we knew it was over straight off the bat. You know what I mean? And I'm just talking about the good times about West Side. Now, yeah, you had William Avery, Ricky Moore, you had Big Mike, you had Chad Cook. Chad Cook was pretty dope. You know what I mean? He reminded me of Eminem, Chad Cook. And then we had Troy Tillman. Well, the year before that, they had Troy Tillman. Troy Tillman, man, the baddest man on the block, man. I used to call that G Tupac. Troy Tillman. Yeah, if you ever seen the movie Juice, man, that was I ain't saying he allegedly, I ain't even saying nothing. I don't think he never hurt nobody, killed nobody. He probably hurt some people. I don't think he never killed nobody. He was our Tupac of Westside High School, Troy Tillman. And then we had Marlon McCrary. Shout out to Marlon McCrary, man. God bless your soul. Kevin Hawkins, Easy Core, Matthew Core. Easy was, I call him Jason Kidd, man. He had the skill set like Jason Kidd. Couldn't shoot worth a lick, you know what I'm saying? But he could dribble the ball. If we had a full court press, doggone Easy Core bring that easy deasy, man. He'll bring that ball down the court for real, for real. And I'm gonna miss some people, but yeah, that team right there was really, really dope, man. I give it up. I give it up for them. They won the championship in 1995. They finally get together. And then in 1995, before I even say anything about the basketball team, the football team was fire. You know what I'm saying? Our football team should have won. We should have won the football state champions, and we also should have won the basketball champion. We should have won both of those the same year. Football team, we had Roger Sparks, you know what I'm saying, 225, 6'1". I'm talking about bull. Probably could run a 4-4, 4-5, but you ain't finna. You know what? He remind me of Derrick Henry, Roger Sparks, man, for Westside High School. Yeah, Roger Sparks. And then we had Dunreal Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Dunreal Johnson was nice. He was the quarterback at the time. They got busy. And then who else we had? Tremel. I think he was the fullback. Um, yeah, I mean, everybody, man. That whole team was. But I remember when we played against Burke County, man, and Roger Sparks would always get the ball. He probably got the ball like 25 times and ran the ball. The yards, you probably get like 200 yards every game. But for some odd reason, during our homecoming, that's one thing I ain't never forget. Homecoming, we played Burke County, man. Country team, them boys out there, doggone, they offensive line like 6'4", 300 pounds. We played them, and it came down to the end. And I think it was like freaking 14-16 or 13-14. And all we needed was a 2-point conversion. And that damn Coach Matt Ray, man, fuck Coach Matt Ray, man. God, what kind of name is Coach Matt Ray, man? And let me tell you how that dude used to talk. Hell, boy, come here, boy. You ain't gonna be shitting like, boy. Oh, black motherfucker, man. I know I'm black, but god damn, my old ass goddamn coon. Yeah, he was sit there, man, and run the same plays. And we had Coach Finley. Coach Finley talked the same way. He looked like the doggone motherfucker off the Goonies, man. No shit. I ain't even lying. Yeah, Coach Finley, man. They would run the same play, I formation, and just run up the middle, run to the side. They didn't even need no blocking because Roger was just nasty with it. But we played Burke County, and it was on the 2 yard line, and they knew Roger was gonna get the ball, but they thought that. I guess we thought that Roger 6'1", 225, he gonna make it. Man, everybody on that team, they put. I know they lined up in the box with at least 9 people, man, because we never threw the ball. We rarely threw the ball, man. And he tried to run that I formation, run up the middle, man, do a draw. No, he got draw. He got drugged back. And back then, you had teams like Thompson, you had Screven County. So yeah, we the football team was awesome. It was on point, but we didn't do nothing. But they had a great season. Baseball team was good too. I think we always won championships in that. And I think back then we was AAA, AAA. So the teams were pretty competitive until you get in that quad A. Boy, quad A, that's a whole nother level. But yeah, getting back to the basketball team, they went to the championship in 1995. Doggone Ricky hit probably about 3 pointers against Josie in the state. And before that, the year before that, they played Lithonia, man, in Atlanta, and we lost to them. And I forgot that white dude name. I want to say it might have been Miller. I don't know, but that was a hard. We should have won 2 in a row, but the next year we finally pulled that off. And that's Westside High School as far as sports, man. 1995 was a great year. It was a great year, great moment in life, and I would never in my life take that back from nobody, nobody. But besides that, we had a lot of freedom. You could do what you want. You didn't have to go to class. All you pretty much did was everybody socialized with everybody, and everybody had a good time with each other. Everybody would chill out in the parking lot, and have your little drink, smoke a little weed. And this is high school, man. And I don't know if high school is the same way it is like it was back then. Nah, it can't be. It can't be. And we didn't have too many people have guns. If somebody had a gun, it was more so fights. It wasn't no guns out there, man. And if somebody did have a gun, you pretty much knew who it was, but they weren't gonna shoot nobody. We did have some killings, outside of the place. I remember this dude named Lowell, man. Rest in peace to Lowell. He was a good dude, man. He got all the girls, and I think he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, walking down the street, and I don't know who he had beef with, who he had a problem with, but that was like the worst thing that I can remember as far as somebody getting hurt or getting killed at school. Now it wasn't at school, but the well, man, he was a pretty dope guy. When he passed away, we all had to go sit in the doggone auditorium thing and talk about that shit. So that was like the worst person that I ever the worst time at Westside High School, somebody getting hurt. Like it was bad, bad. Yeah. Let me name some people that I thought was really cool. Bianca Barstow. Bianca Barstow. Anybody went to Westside? She was like the mother of Westside. She was one of those girls that, you know what I'm saying, that just walk around, talk to everybody, student council, president. You know, she ran for president, ran for Miss Westside. Bianca Barstow was really, really, really cool. She kind of reminded me of Halle Berry, but she looked like Miss Huxtable off of doggone Bill Cosby. I kid you not. Yeah, Bianca Barstow. And then we had a dude named Trance. He was cool. I think he was in 11th, 12th grade. Brittany Young. Brittany Young. She looked like the girl off of TLC. She looked like T-Boz. Had the hairstyle, everything long. You know what I mean? Yup. Uh, Brandy Young. That's her name. She was cool. I'm just naming people, random people that was really cool. Of course, me. I was the dopest out of all of them when I come through. You know what I mean? I used to wear suits on like on a Monday. I put on a full suit with a tie and just scroll through there, and everybody be like, "Dang, he got on the suit and tie. Well, look at him." And back then they called me just wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you call me Lou. But the best thing I liked about Westside, even though it's one of those schools where teachers, and I think eventually, man, everybody broke up when it comes to Westside, 96, 97. Um, half of 90, the class of 95 didn't really graduate. They all had to doggone go to summer school because back then, I guess teachers just passed you if you were good in school and you did great as far as playing sports. They just pretty much passed you, and I don't think that was cool. It's probably still going on now. I would doubt it. But the best thing I could say about Westside, man, it was family. Like everybody was family. Shout out to my cousin Star Daggett on the band. She was on the band and did her little thing as far as dancing girl. Let me tell you how them dancing girls used to move when they walk. They be like, yo, they thought it was so cool. But yeah, started there, Lashava Tanksley, that's my cousin. She went there. James Daggett, he went there. Um, I'm gonna shout out some people that I was really cool with. Corey Bryson, that was my cousin that went there. We started a little fraternity thing. It was some white girls, you know what I'm saying? They had a little sorority thing, and we started a fraternity thing. Jaquan Broadwater, yup. Jaquan Broadwater, he was dope. We had our own little fraternity thing, man. We would take ninth graders and 10th graders and do like stupid shit around the high school, make them do stuff to be in the brotherhood thing. That was pretty dope. Um, but I also remember the coolest thing at Westside was that a lot of people cheated through high school. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about doggone cheating on somebody. Yeah, I found out a whole bunch of y'all just cheated y'all way through high school. Yeah, y'all didn't know shit. Y'all was just as dumb as the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit here and say that we were dumb. I just think we had too much leeway in high school. But yeah, most of y'all white girls in there, and white dudes and black people, y'all cheated y'all way through high school. I ain't even gonna lie. I know what y'all did. But why y'all ain't dog gonna spread the wealth? See, what we could have did was all of us could have just went to somebody's house for real. Why everything had to be segregated, like separated? You know what I'm saying? We all could have just. I know, and some of those. Let me tell you about the white girls at Westside High School, and you probably can relate to this. Yeah, y'all white girls used to doggone go in the desk and steal the teacher her book when it comes to tests. Yeah, I know what y'all did. I didn't really think about it back then, but nobody really snitched on nobody. But that's what y'all did. When she would go out the room and go to her, the, the teachers would go to the student lounge. I mean, the teachers' lounge and go to take a break. Yeah, that's what y'all did. I should have did that shit, man. I probably would have beat all y'all doggone the honors program and be on the honor society. Hell yeah, yeah. I know what y'all did. Y'all went in there, opened the desk, and took the playbook out, man. Y'all took the playbook and y'all shared it with y'all friends. I was wondering how a motherfucker make an 8.99, a 99 on every test. Nah, man. Nah, I ain't calling y'all out. nah. And I know what. Yeah, y'all used to do that. So I guess in high school now, that's what people do. They go and steal the paperwork. You know what I'm saying, to get through high school. But it's all good. Ain't nobody tripping off that shit. Ain't nobody tripping at all. We gonna keep it a buck. We gonna keep it 100,000 on 1,000. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's Westside High School, man. Everybody, I love everybody there. I love the time and experiences that I had there. I wouldn't take it back. Ninth grade struggled, 10th grade struggled. When I got killed back, that was the most depressing moment in my life. That's when I broke up with my high school sweetheart after 2 years. Yeah, it was pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. And I just felt like if the teachers really cared more and the principals really cared more, you know what I'm saying, we all could have did good. But it's a part of life of being in high school. I feel like high school was the college, like going to college. It's just that, you didn't have your dorms. You went there and you had to go home. School bus rides, I could not stand going on a school bus, but I also love carpooling, man. You turn 16, you get your license. Ain't nobody rocking with you when you ride the bus, but when you start driving, yeah, that's what West Side was. When you had a car, man, everybody used to want to ride with you. And I had a 1961 Chevy. You know what I'm saying? 1961 Chevy step side. When you be riding, they be like, pow, pow, pow. Everybody start laughing. I'm like, but bitch, I got a car though. You know what I'm saying? Not only I got a car, I got a truck. You feel me? And yeah, I used to tax motherfuckers. I'm like, hey man, I need $2. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ride with me, if I ain't like you, I'll give you a ride home, but you gonna give me $2 or $3. I'm gonna put some gas in my car. I hustled off them junkers, you know what I mean? Yeah, let me get $2 or $3. I'll take you home. But I also remember in ninth grade, um, a dude named Kenny. I used to go to my grandma's house to catch the bus, but I go down the street. Like, hey man, you give me a ride. I give him $5 for the whole week. And it was nothing like riding a car with somebody instead of riding the bus. Let's give it up for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty dope. But that was my West Side shenanigans and times I had there. Love that school. I actually love all the principals except Miss CD. You know what I'm saying? The people that I went to school there, everybody was cool. I named some more names. You had Holly Hester. You know what I mean? Tiffany McGuire. You know what I mean? Who else that I could think of that was really, really cool? Kevin Hawkins was cool. Um, Terry Newsom. Now let's talk about Terry Newsom right quick. Terry Newsom was the major player. Nobody never knew how old Terry was, man. Like if we was in ninth grade, I would say Terry probably was like 18. But he was in ninth grade. He came up with us, and he always had the first car. He had the first everything. Man, that man came in there with a Honda Accord. You know what I mean? All the white people, you know what I'm saying? They drove like BMWs or they drove their mama and dad car. But when it come to black people, he had the freshest car. Honda Accord 1992, all black. You know what I'm saying? He had the rims on there, tinted windows. Terry Newsom was one of those dudes that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool with him. He was taking pictures back then too. Terry Newsom, um, Tamika Williams, Megan Halls, one of my favorites. Let's see, Ashley Thorstad, her sister, um, doggone, who was some other people? I'm naming white and black people. Jason Barksdale. You can't even rule out what's his name. The Childers, Matt Childers, um, doggone Justin Johnson. Uh, I can go on and on, man. It was so many people that was really cool, that was dope. I'm just naming them because I know y'all gonna probably come in and be like, "Oh shit!" But Westside High School, look it up. Look it up, man. It was a dope school. It's still running. They did renovations. Their the football field look amazing. Baseball field look amazing. And I think the last few years their basketball team has came back from 1995 and won two in a row, three. I think we might got like 5 or 6 championships now when it comes to that. But shout out to everybody that's, that went to Westside High School, man. I did not graduate from there. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is Evans High School. I left Westside at 1996. You know what I'm saying? Had to go to a better school, which is Evans High School in Columbia County. We call it Cache County. Went there and got my shit together. I know everybody got mad when I left, but it's all good. I'm gonna shout out a couple more people, man. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. Brian Dix, Edgar Johnson. Edgar Johnson was my best friend. Rico Williams, you know, he was pretty dope. Who else could I name that was pretty that come to my mind off gate? Um, let's see, Shermia Williams. I remember her and this dude named Carl dated each other. That was pretty dope. Um, Monique Ramirez, Mexican chick. Uh, it's just a whole bunch of people, man. I could name everybody, but not today. Oh, Melvin McQuarrie, Keith. Keith was dope. Little Keith, you know what I'm saying? I call him doggone. What's that name? It's the greatest thing in the Keith Murray. Well, his real name is Keith, but I don't know his last name. I've got his last name. Did I mention Kevin Hawkins? Yeah, I mentioned him. But yeah, man, love y'all, man. That was Westside High School. I hope y'all like my story. It's pretty dope. For all the people that went to Westside, I hope you look at this and check it out. Um, let's not forget Will Willer, man. Will Willer with the basketball team. Yeah. Yeah, Matt Haynes. Yeah, I got you too, dog. Yup. What's her name? Jamie Swint. Yeah, I know about all y'all motherfuckers, man. Jasmine Pilot. But yeah, I'm out. Hope y'all like my show, man. Talking about Westside High School. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is Evans High School. How I translated from Westside to Evans High School, and it gets even better when it comes to the high school life, the wonder years. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's play this and let's get out of here. All right, bet that all up. Bet it up. Uh.
Anakin Latidos.